Howdy y'all, and welcome to Thompson's Restoration and Repair. Today we're going to be working on this 1967 Ford F600, trying to get it up and going and eventually get it back out on the road again. Feel free to join along for the ride. Now, as you can very clearly conclude by glancing down the side of this here beautiful beast, she's got a couple of imperfections. Not only do these imperfections span the outside, but some of the inside as well. And we'll run down a couple of the things that we need to fix. Now, as you can see by the state of that there floor, well, it's not great. Got a couple of holes in it, big enough to throw a small dog through. But luckily our floor pans already came in for it, and so did the insulation. So that's one of the things we'll be working on in this video. This here is my 1967 Ford F600. It has a 4-speed manual with an overdrive, or a 2-speed rear, and the 330 big block V8. Now I know that number scares most of y'all because that is 5.4 cubic inches. I know that number scares a lot of you Ford guys out there, but overall this truck has shown to me so far that it's going to be pretty good. Now, the things that I've done to it so far is put a little gas in it and put a hot battery on it. Now, the other day it started up just fine, but yesterday for some reason we lost pressure in the carburetor. It ran off the bowls for a minute and then stopped, which is what it was doing the first time I started it up. Now, let's go through and let's make a list of things that we need to do and fix on this truck. Anyways, the things we need to work on this truck are as listed. Well, we're not really going to worry about this paint. This paint, it's going to last a little while. However, in order to get it running, the engine and transmission already works. So we're going to take a look into floor pans, get this thing a little bit more livable. We're going to put the floor pans in, we're going to put insulation over them, and then we're going to put some insulation up here and put a headliner in it. After that, we're going to put some carpet down, make sure this thing looks presentable enough. After that, well, it's down to the brakes, tires, and some steering components, just to ensure that our power steering works, because this thing is a little sloppy and it is very heavy, because that's a lot of tire up there. But from my previous experiences driving this thing, it's pretty easy going. It just gets on out of its own way. And 4-speed manual, can't go wrong with that. But now, as far as my overall plans for this thing goes, well, let's just get right into that. Now then, as you can tell, there's been a slight change in scenery, but we have moved the truck. It moved under its own power over here. I will show you that, but we need to make a list of things that need to be fixed. Now, I have done a little bit of working on this truck since I last recorded, so now it has got floors, and it runs. Now we need, now we need brakes. And in order to do that, we're going to take a little look at something. So this here is the old master cylinder. It's an old quality unit. It was made in the United States. Now, replacing it, we have a Chinesium unit, at least as far as my knowledge can confirm, because nowhere on this is stamped made in USA. However, this will be going on. This is coming off. If this doesn't work, we'll go back to this, but move this cap over, because the main problem with this is the cap. Anyways, let's get right to it so we can check some more stuff off. There's one more thing that this truck needs before we actually get moving on. We need exhaust. So I guess the two main things that we're going to go focus on right now is exhaust and brakes. And one of these I know we can get fixed today, and the other I don't know about. But we certainly will try to find out.
flat top box and puts his foot up on a big rock. And now the lightning bugs, they're starting to shine. He turns the peg and he makes it whine. Well, he's gonna play him a hillbilly song on an old fiddle with one string gone. And he ain't trying to change the world, just maybe change the mind of a hillbilly girl. And you go. Well, he's gonna play him a hillbilly song on an old fiddle with one string gone. And he ain't trying to change the world, just maybe change the mind of a hillbilly girl. Yeah, he's gonna play him a hillbilly song on an old fiddle with one string gone. And he ain't trying to change the world, just maybe change the mind of a hillbilly girl. A hillbilly girl, just a hillbilly girl, a hillbilly girl. Yeah, them lightning bugs, they're starting to shine. He tunes a peg and he makes it whine. Puts his foot up on the big rock and starts talking.
Now then, I know you're probably wondering what exactly all that about a tornado was at the start of this video. Well, back on February 5th of 2008, this truck went through the Super Tuesday tornado, which, as the story goes, was how it got all of its damage. And in a few short weeks of me owning this truck, I was able to get it running, get it looking different, and get it stopping, get the headlights working. And I got the headlights working yesterday. All it took was a dimmer switch and two headlights that I found on clearance at Walmart for $5.50. This truck wanted to live. This truck refused to die, even. And I bought it for $700. This is opportunity. This is what I'm going to use for my business. This is what I'm going to do. This is what it's all about. This truck cost me a couple of pennies compared to a new truck. And it runs, drives, stops, goes. All it needs is the actual brakes working, because I've got the hand brake, but it needs the actual brakes. And out of all things, the windshield wipers work. Why? I don't know. Do they? Yes. windshield wipers work, but the windshield doesn't. And it's not that hard. Take this as your inspiration to go on Facebook Marketplace. Go find you something cheap. Something that most people wouldn't really want. Because this is an old farm truck. But there's plans to make it better. Something new, something different. And it's worthwhile. Because you go finding something that somebody wants, like an old Lincoln or some old hunk of junk, piece of iron that nobody cares about, it's probably going to be pretty easy to actually get it going again, unless the previous owner blew it up. But this was owned by an old man and ran on a farm for a long time. And it just gets up and goes. Now, here's the thing. You can't let people get in the way of your dreams. Because this is one of mine. This is what I want to start my business with. This is what I want to work with. You let people get in the way of your dreams and you will rob yourself of that potential. People will always tell you no. Tell you that it's stupid. But you see this? It runs. It drives. My grandfather, when I first went to go look at this truck, told me, do not buy it. It's a hunk of crap. Then when I brought it home, he said I might as well have scrapped it. Get my money back. Look at it. Driven it all around the yard. It'll go out on the road. It just needs blinkers, brake lights, and brakes. Then I can winterize it, get that heater core working and the heater working, and it ain't that hard. You're going to have your problems. I had a problem with this fuel pump in this truck. It went out. It was stopped up by all the old fuel and varnish that was in the tank. You know what I did? I took the fuel pump off, took the carburetor off, took them apart, cleaned them, put them back together, put them back in the truck, and then threw some Barrowman B12 in the tank, and now it just goes. It doesn't have a problem in the world, and it just chugs along. Fact of the matter is, you can't let people take away what you like. Because if you let people, places, wherever, ruin your happiness, take away your creativity, you'll never have anything. This truck looked like it was on its last legs when I got it. Tires flat, interior trashed by mice, faded, rusted, floors rotted out. But you know what? It's got floors in it now. The whole dash and everything's been painted. It looks really nice. This whole truck is still good. Places like school, your parents, everybody will sit there and they will try to rob you of your creativity. They want you to go to college, which is good. But that ain't all you have to think about. There's so much opportunity in everything else that you can't just stop yourself from actually doing what you want to do. There's too much opportunity to let yourself be robbed like that. Because this truck is a primary example of it. Because I got it back home, and the people that were hauling the truck for me said that they couldn't find a good thing about it. They couldn't find a spot on it that didn't have a dent. Yeah, it's got its dents, it's got its dings, but look at it. It goes, it runs. There's so much opportunity. These old vehicles can symbolize people too. You sit there and you look at them and it's like they've been beaten down, but there's still potential. If you're willing to help them, if you're willing to put in the effort, they'll come around. Because I just put some air in the tires. They aired right up. Put some fuel in the tank, cleaned everything up. It fired right up. I remember the first day I shifted it into gear. Tried to see if it would go, and it did. All these things need is a little care. So yeah, go buy that $700, $800 truck or car off the marketplace. Go do it. It's a call to action, because these things, yeah, they take time, they take effort, they take money. But in the grand scheme of things, if you look, take a modern car, put it 57 years in the future. You're going to have more problems. It's just not going to be worth it. Take this thing, 57 years old, and it just says, all right, back on the job, boss. And it don't quit. Anyways, thank y'all for tagging along for the ride and watching through. See just how much this old truck still wanted to live and go. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe, and anything that y'all feel like I can improve on, or just try to work on to get this channel any better, let me know. Anyways, thank y'all, and good night.